Well, we used to know that family, but the whole family went crazy.
Welcome to today's Crazy America podcast. If you're new here, then Crazy America is a chronicle of the everyday mayhem and madness across our great land. So press the subscribe button below to sign up for our regular updates. Today, we're going to talk about a shocking story and a story that leaves many unanswered questions. The facts as we know them are simple. A middle-aged man called Jerry Smith, he pretended to be something he was not. He pretended to be a woman called Angie on Tinder, complete with fake photo. Then what happened was that a young man called Isimemen Etute matched with Angie on Tinder and decided to take her up on her offer, her being the fake Angie, her offer of oral sex. Only on his second visit to Angie, however, did Etute, so we're told by the report of the case, did Etute then discover that what he thought was a woman was in fact a man called Jerry Smith, 40 years old. At this point, Etute erupted in rage and he very violently and brutally beat poor Smith to death. But there seems to be a lot more to this story, right, Ollie?
I think there certainly is a lot more to this, Reese. By the way, we should also say that one of the reasons why this case is getting a lot of attention is because Etute was a linebacker at Virginia Tech. So, he was a very talented sportsman and no doubt a very powerfully built young man, which could well have been the attraction for the slightly creepy but rather poor old Jerry Smith. No doubt this was also Smith's downfall. Now, Etute pummeled this 40-year-old's face with 5 massive punches and then stamped on him. So no wonder when they finally found the body, every bone in Smith's face was broken. But as you say, Reese, what's really going on in this case? Etute first enjoyed the sensual pleasures offered by Angie back in April, but then he returned at least once before finally discovering what was happening, which is quite odd, right?
That's right, Ollie. I mean, what was happening the first time? Perhaps that first time the lighting at the apartment was very bad, or perhaps Smith was very clean shaven with the right moisturizer, or maybe he had a very convincing wig. Maybe he had a nice lady's perfume on, maybe even some red lipstick. I mean, at face value, it seems like Etute. I mean, obviously there must have been something nice about the first encounter, right? For him to have gone back. The mind boggles as to all the permutations.
Yeah, it certainly does boggle. I mean, another theory may be that Etute knew exactly what he'd done on that first visit and simply couldn't live with himself or Smith anymore. But let's face it, none of these explanations really stack up that well. I mean, a guy like Etute, he's not some guy with a big stocky ugly mug, and presumably as a linebacker, he was not short on options for female companionship.
Yeah, I think that's right, Ollie. I mean, he's not the best looking bloke from the mugshot, but as you know, when you're a top sportsman at an elite college, it doesn't really matter what you look like. You're going to do pretty well with the ladies, so you don't need to be going for hookups with random middle aged guys pretending to be women from Tinder. But anyway, that's what he did. Maybe he did it knowingly, maybe not. Maybe he found out in the middle, and that was why he offloaded on poor old Smith. But it's
After
certainly a case.
after offloading.
Well, that's right, like yeah. But it's certainly a case that leaves a nasty taste in your mouth. At any rate, that's probably how Smith felt as the blows were raining down. Maybe he was choking at the same time too. Anyway, as ever, Ollie and folks out there, we don't know all the facts. We'll have to see how it all comes out in court, and we will be right on top of the story for you, as always, at Crazy America. But that's all we have time for today, folks. Do be sure to hit that subscribe button And Crazy America will be back again very soon.